are Geekcentric, and you can be too. Love ya. Get home safe, guys. Peace.
Welcome to the Geekcentric podcast, and welcome to our special Behind the Geeks episode 4, Star Wars, Tales of the Underworld. My name is Justin, and if you're joining us for the first time, well, we are Geekcentric, a podcast covering the world of movies, TV shows, toys, collectibles, gaming, and all things geek-centric and all things Star Wars-centric, and may the 4th be with you. I'm so excited to be welcoming today Nika Futterman, the voice of Asajj Ventress, who is in the latest Star Wars Tales of the Underworld series. This is on Disney Plus as of right now. It is 6 episodes. I've watched them all. They are fantastic. The first 3 episodes feature Asajj, and this is very much a follow-up to The Bad Batch, and the other 3 episodes follow Cad Bane. These are such insightful little short mini-series stories that are just, they just give so much context and add so much depth, and they're perfect for May the 4th. So I really hope you enjoy it. I am so grateful for the opportunity to chat with Nika Futterman, voice of Asajj Ventress. A huge thanks to our friends at Disney Studios Canada for setting up this interview. Today we chat about what it's like returning to the role of Asajj Ventress. After so many years of having Star Wars without the character, Nika talks about what it's like returning to this role with a new perspective. And then we talk about the likelihood of Nika stepping into live action as the role of Asajj Ventress, because I feel like it's gonna happen sooner or later. So she offers her thoughts on that, as well as her own fan casting for the character, which is really, really great. Again, a huge thanks to Nika for taking the time to chat with me on the podcast. It's so great when we have the opportunity to connect with these voice actors who really understand the depths of the characters that they're playing. This is a really short interview, but nonetheless, it is a great interview. You can also find this interview on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Geekcentric. Now, keeping the focus on all things Star Wars, as you might have known, we were in Japan covering Star Wars Celebration. A huge thanks to our friends at Disney Studios Canada for sending us out there to do so. We have all of our coverage available now on our Instagram at We Are Geekcentric, as well as on our Twitter, where we shared a lot of the details of what we learned in the various panels. But we also have a fantastic Star Wars Celebration recap episode that we posted live from Japan. Darcy, Nate, and I sat down in my hotel room and we just recorded that thing, shared our thoughts on everything that we saw and learned over the weekend. So that's available on podcast feeds right now. Also available on podcast feeds is our spoiler-free review for Andor Season 2, which is in full effect. I think we're already at the 2nd week, and there's been 6 episodes. I am loving the week-to-week drops of these 3 episodes. It really does highlight the cinematic movie quality and the storytelling that is just so rich in this series. Also, speaking about Andor, we also have an interview with Genevieve O'Reilly, who plays Mon Mothma, as well as Tony Gilroy, showrunner and creator of the series, which is available both on podcast feeds and on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Geekcentric. Apart from that, you might have noticed this week that we have posted a bunch of coverage for Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts. We have our spoiler-free review out right now. We also have a slew of interviews out right now, both on podcast feeds and on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Geekcentric. I had the chance to sit down with the director of Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts, Jake Schreier, as well as Hannah John Kamen, who plays Ghost, and Louis Pullman, who plays the new character, Bob. And our most recent interview is with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Valentina herself. I was fortunate enough to do this interview in person. Julia came to Toronto and surprised the audience at a fan screening. It was really, really cool. I was lucky to be in attendance for that, and knowing that she was going to be there prior to that screening, because I had done the interview before. It was kind of cool to be like the one in the room being like, oh, they don't know what to expect, and everyone was super, super excited. So it was really, really cool and such a great opportunity. And just like everything, like all the opportunities we're given, we are so humbled. We are so grateful because it is because of listeners and viewers like you. We are so grateful for every opportunity. So please let us know what you think of the content that we're making. You can write into us at wearegeekcentric@gmail.com. That's wearegeekcentric@gmail.com. Or you can follow us on our socials. You can find us on Instagram at wearegeekcentric. Follow us on Twitter at geekcentricyt. And hey, if you really, really enjoy what we're doing, feel free to give us a 5-star review. That really does help us get Geekcentric out there. So thank you, and may the 4th be with you. Let's get to this interview. Please welcome to the Geekcentric podcast, Nika Futterman, the voice of Asajj Ventress. Hi there, Nika. How are you?
Hey, Justin. I'm awesome. Thank you.
I have been such a fan of your work, and especially as with Asajj Ventress, making her comeback in this series was definitely a surprise and delight. What's it like stepping back into the role of Asajj Ventress?
It's amazing. I wasn't sure it was ever going to happen. I thought when they did the last season of the Clone Wars, when they jumped to Disney, and I wasn't in it, I was like, oh, there she went into the universe, and I was thinking, this is so sad, because she had just started to kind of like, the layers just started to open up, and we were just starting to get to know this other part of her that made her a much more complex character. And I was so psyched about that. I thought, oh, maybe they're just waiting for a spinoff.
Right? Exactly. Yeah.
I was just hoping, but then 11 years later, it still hadn't happened, and I was like, oh. I thought, now that I've gotten this moment in time that's so lovely. I thought, oh, okay, maybe now that it's such a woman's world, that women's stories are being told, and much more than they used to be. I thought, this is the perfect time.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I think her return was a surprise and delight, and I think the first instance of her return was the Bad Batch,
yes,
if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and we were all shocked. We were like,
yes,
when they dropped that I think it was in the trailer that we saw that, we're like, okay, how is this all possible? And what's so great is that we kind of get to learn more in this series. The one thing I didn't know, and I don't know if you know this, but do these stories take place before the Bad Batch or after the Bad Batch?
People keep asking me that question. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure after the Bad Batch.
Okay.
Sure. I could be wrong about that, but I thought it must be because she's got hair.
It kind of follows after. I think so. Yeah. I think kind of catching up with her. But look, there has been such a trend as of lately with animated characters transitioning into live action. You got Ahsoka, played by Rosario.
Yeah.
You have Mary Elizabeth playing Hera Syndulla. We now have Sabine Wren. There's just so many different characters that have made their way over from animated into live action. I wanted to ask you, would you think about ever yourself maybe either portraying Asajj Ventress on screen, or would you cast someone else? And if so, who would you cast?
Well, okay. I mean, duh. Like who? Of course I would. I mean, I haven't been doing on-camera acting in many, many years. That's where I started. But, I would do anything that Dave Filoni asked me. And I would especially, play her now, which I highly doubt that they would hire me, although I would love it. And then I was talking to somebody about this the other day. They're like, but they can hire somebody else, and use your voice. I was like,
that's what I think. They did that with Corey for Cad Bane. Yeah, right? Exactly. Right? Yeah. So I think
I'm like, but I would love to be in a live action in any form, whether it was her or somebody else. I mean, who wouldn't, right?
Yeah.
But and I've actually thought about this a lot, because I was like, at this juncture in my life, it's pretty unlikely they'd hire me, but I would love it. But I was like, who would be a great Asajj? And there was just one person who just kept coming back and back and back and back into my brain: Angelina Jolie.
Wow. Oh, that would be a huge get if they could actually.
Right?
That would be huge. And I love that.
Not be a get?
Yeah.
Her beautiful blue eyes, her lips, her everything. She can pull off the bald if they went bald.
Right. And if they evolve her character, Asajj is in a very unique place. It's like, we've seen so many stories about Jedi maybe turning to the dark side, but we've yet to really see a story about someone from the dark side kind of finding their path to
Yes.
the light, but maybe it's not necessarily the light. There's this gray area that I think we're exploring with Asajj, and I think that this little mini series really
Yes.
does delve into that. Nika,
Yellow lightsabers.
the yellow
On the
lightsabers is a
red.
big, yes, exactly. It's a big key giveaway. Nika, I'm so grateful for the time that you've given me to answer some of these fun little questions. It's been such a pleasure talking to you, and I can't wait for fans to see Tales of the Underworld, and I can't wait to see more of you, hopefully, in the animated series. Because
I
if
hope so too.
I have a bet that we may see you in this upcoming mall series, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
People keep asking, who knows?
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time again.
Bye.
Bye.